Hey everybody, it sure is good to see you. We have missed you and we're glad that you're here to listen to us again. And we sure thank you for your support and for coming out to listen to us. Doug, got anything you want to tell them?
Well, yeah, can you believe this is what our third one of these? Who would have thought? And we, already missed dates for live shows, but hopefully that'll happen. If you want information about what's going on with us, be sure to check out our Facebook page and our website, KCAL OTR. In fact, we just put a new episode of our blog on there. If you want to learn about how it is to practice for one of these things, read all about it, as they used to say. But that's the best place to keep in touch. And Norman, you look like you're in familiar territory tonight.
Gang, I sure am, and I knew you'd notice. Folks, this is how anxious I am to get back on stage. Well, we all are, okay? But I just get to be the lucky one to represent us tonight down here at the theater. I'm sitting behind the podium, and I'm just pretending that you all are in the audience right out there in front of me, just a few feet away. Thank you for being here tonight. Give us a listen, and we hope you enjoy it.
Hey Norman, don't forget, everybody, our summer show, the Fairy Tale Theater, is still scheduled for July 10th through 12th, and the Vineyard is still scheduled for August the 8th. Like you said, you can find that out on our Facebook page or by calling us or anything. So, hey, why don't we get on with the show, guys?
Let's do.
I hope you'll enjoy tonight an episode of The Thin Man called The Case of the Goofy Groom.
Tonight, we find Nick and Nora at a wedding being held in a fashionable hotel suite in Manhattan. The groom, Arthur Hornsby, is an old friend of Nick's. The bride, Jane, is breathtakingly lovely, a fact which does not escape our hero.
Dearly beloved.
So, when do we get to kiss the bride?
When the ceremony's over, silly. Why do they always mumble the ceremony into their beards?
Well, the minister doesn't like to remind people of the rash promises they made when they got married.
If anyone has
Look,
any reason why these two
Jane's
should not
trembling.
be wed,
I know.
down
Poor
for
girl.
whoever
She's
holds
probably
the peace.
crying.
Crying? What for?
For the same reason every bride cries. They weep for all the men they had to give up for good.
You didn't cry.
Well, I meant to, but I was too busy trying to make the justice of the peace remember all of his lines.
Yeah, you knew him better than he did.
I wanted to make sure I was thoroughly married.
I now pronounce you man and wife. You may kiss the bride.
Come, dear.
But don't I kiss the bride at this point?
Not yet. Arthur told me to meet him in the little room on the side after the ceremony.
Why?
I don't know, but he said it was important. Open the door.
All I can say is this is no way to treat a wedding guest. Nobody here.
Oh, here they come, darling.
Nora!
Arthur, I want to wish you and Jane all the happiness in the world.
Oh, thank you, Nora.
Best of luck, Arthur, and, may I?
You mean Jane?
I'd be very disappointed if you didn't. What are you waiting for, Nick?
Jane, I wish you the very best.
Well, you don't have to wish so hard, Nicky.
Oh, I don't mind it, Nora.
You got a fine wife here, Arthur.
And that's the opinion of an excellent judge of wives, Arthur. But aren't we keeping you from the other guests? I'm sure they want to congratulate you and Jane.
That's just it, Nora. Arthur's afraid to go out there.
Yeah, you can't disappoint the girls, Arthur.
Yeah, but you don't understand. We're having some trouble.
Really? What's the matter?
Well, we don't know. Arthur, tell them.
Nick, will you and Nora take our place tonight? Oh, it'll be better all the way around.
But why? I'm not sure I understand.
Ah! Oh!
Duck, darling!
Nick!
Odd kind of rich they have at this wedding. Those shots came from back there. Someone put a gun through that door and fired.
Did you see him?
No, my back was toward him. I'm going to open the door and take a look.
Where does it lead?
Down to the hotel corridor. Whoever fired those shots is long gone by now. Take it easy, Jane. Shots don't mean a thing unless they hit you.
I'm so frightened. This has been going on ever since we've been married.
But Jane, you've only been married for a few minutes.
Well, that isn't exactly true. Jane and I were secretly married 2 weeks ago.
Oh, jumped the gun, did you?
We just went through this to satisfy relatives and friends. But from the day after our marriage, someone has been trying to kill us.
Now, darling, don't let it upset you. We only die once. Nick and Nora, you'll help us, won't you?
So when were these murder attempts held?
Well, the first one was in our room in a hotel in New Jersey, the second night after we were married. There were 2 more attempts. One is in a small hotel in Vermont.
It's awful. You've got to help us, Nora.
Well, why should anyone want to kill you, Arthur?
I don't know. Unless it had something to do with all that money my dad left me. You know, I came into that estate the day I got married. I think somebody's trying to terrorize me, to extort money or something.
So did you inherit a lot of money?
Well, quite a bit.
What kind of honeymoon can we have if we're always afraid of being killed? I want a live, living husband for my honeymoon.
Oh, there now, Turtle Dove. Nora will keep us alive, and Nick, I've worked out a plan.
Yes.
Well, for this honeymoon, you be me, and beginning right now.
What?
Yeah, Nora can put on Jane's bridal veil over her face and rush out, and you can turn up your collar, and if nobody sees how old you are, well, you'll pass for me.
And Nora can pass for me.
Yeah, and we've reserved the honeymoon suite now down at the Gilded Towers Hotel. You take that suite, and we'll take your apartment.
Then you can be killed instead of us.
Whoa. Jane, I don't like being killed.
Oh, but Arthur says you've done it so often.
Of course he has, and we'll find out who's trying to harm you. I think it's a grand idea. But, I think we ought to change clothes to complete the deception.
All right. The boys can go behind that screen.
That's great. Come on, Nick.
I'm not so sure I'm going to like this.
Here's the key to our apartment, Jane.
Here's my bridal gown, Nora. It zips up the side. Do you think I'll make a good wife for Arthur?
Of course you will. Are you ready, dear?
I'm ready now.
Keep your eyes peeled, darling. If the gunman's in the crowd, he'll follow us, and that'll make him easy to capture.
No, I'm not so sure I can fool anyone into thinking that I'm a bridegroom.
Try, darling. Jane and Arthur, you'd probably better slip out the side door to the corridor.
All right. And thanks a million. Come on, Jane.
Nicky, you do look just like a bridegroom. How did you manage it?
I thought of the right thing to keep in mind, I guess.
What's that?
The mental picture of a murderer I know walking down the last mile to the electric chair. Come, dear.
Well, now, the bridal suite is down the hall, Mr. and Miss Hornsby.
Thank you. Come, my caveman.
Yes, honey bun. Aren't you supposed to blush a little, dear?
I've been trying all evening.
Why don't you choke yourself a little? That'll make you blush.
All right. There. How's that?
No good. I just hope the bellboy doesn't get too suspicious.
Well, here we are.
Come in, Sugarfoot.
All right.
Goodness gracious. Now, aren't you going to carry that bride across the threshold? What kind of bridegroom are you anyway?
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
Well, it doesn't do to forget such things. But if you forget anything else, I'll remind you.
Oh, really?
Oh, yes, I know all about being a groom and what a bride should do.
Oh, how interesting. So how many times have you been a bride?
Never, but I've seen so many couples, and you see, the hotel assigns me to take care of the bridal suite. I've made a study of honeymooners.
And what's your name?
Well, they call me Honeymoon Harvey. And we just need to come on right now, 'cause we need to get started. You need to carry the bride across the threshold.
Okay, Buttercup. There.
My, you seem like a pretty weak groom to me. Put her down and kiss her. I'll draw the shades.
Never mind.
Madame, are you trying to tell me what to do? I know more about these things than you do. The shades will be drawn. There. Where's your luggage?
Our bags are going to get here later.
Later? Good gracious. Going on a honeymoon without luggage? Well, I think I need to give you a lecture on...
Never mind. Here, boy. Just leave us alone.
Yeah, now you're talking more like a honeymooner. Now, I usually leave people alone for a bigger tip.
Don't you have something better to do?
That's how a man celebrating his 20th anniversary talks. You ought to let me give you a few tips on how a groom is supposed to behave.
I'll tell him. Mr. Honeymoon Harvey, are we keeping you?
Oh, I can take a hint. Well, folks, now, if there's anything you want, anything I can do for you, any errands you want done, any advice, any information...
Don't worry, we'll call you.
And you better not, because I won't tell you a thing. Mr. and Miss Know-It-All, good night.
Oh. Well, we didn't seem to fool him.
No, it must be the result of a manpower shortage. Darling, what are we going to do about clothes?
We'll phone the apartment and have Arthur and Jane send some over in the morning. Did anyone follow us?
I didn't notice anyone.
So, how do you like the way I look in Jane's bridal gown?
You look, blooming, dear. Especially since it's a little tight on you.
It is not. Are you trying to tell me I'm not as slim and girlish as Jane?
Oh, no, darling. I'm trying to tell you, Jane's not as charming and attractive as you, dear.
My, Nicky, you make me feel like a real bride again. Oh, come here.
What for?
Do I have to tell you? Stop acting like a husband.
Yeah, I wish I could. What do you want, baby?
Just this, silly.
Hold me tight, Nora. Don't take your lips away.
Darling, at last you're a groom.
I am not. I'm just being sensible. We're in danger.
What do you mean?
Well, the connecting door to the next room is opening. We're being watched by someone. I want to surprise them.
Oh, I get it. You think it's the gunman who's after Arthur?
Maybe. I can see the glint of a gun in the crack in the door. Which hip do you prefer to land on?
The right, because the left's still sore from last week.
Okay, if the shooting starts, I'm going to push you over. Stay on the floor while I rush the gunman. And if...
Oh!
I'm going after him, baby. Hey, come back here.
Nicky!
Come in the adjoining room. I've got him, baby. Gonna need some help.
I'm coming, darling. Oh, it's dark in here. Where are you, Nick?
Wrestling on the floor. Turn on the light switch and get out of the way of the bullets.
Oh, where's the switch? Oh, here it is. Nick, stop wrestling with that girl and find someone your own size.
Let go of my hand. You're breaking my wrist.
Drop the gun and I'll let go.
Ow! Oh! Okay.
Get up.
Who's the tomato?
My wife.
Do you train him to go around torturing girls?
Listen, who are you? What's your name?
Bingo Bones. What's yours?
I'm Nick Charles. How'd you get the name Bingo?
They call me Bingo 'cause I'm a right number.
Why'd you try to kill us?
'Cause I made a mistake. Well, I thought you were two other people. Look, pal, give me back my gun and we'll call the whole thing off and forget about it.
Why do you want the gun? So you can kill someone else?
Natch.
A woman?
How'd you guess?
And her name wouldn't be Jane Hornsby,
You
would
know
it?
too much. I'm getting out of here.
Hey, come back. Nora, stop her.
Ow! Oh!
Nice work, Nora. How'd you do it?
I tripped her. Cute little number, isn't she?
Bingo.
Stop making those no more coffee resolutions. Drink Sanka coffee and sleep. Times when you just can't resist coffee's steaming fragrance, even though you know the penalty will be a sleepless night. Do you toss and turn all night and solemnly resolve never again? Then swear off swearing off coffee at night. Instead, drink Sanka coffee, real coffee with 97% of the caffeine removed. Drink Sanka coffee and your love for coffee will never cost you another wink of sleep. For proof of that, make the night test with Sanka coffee. Drink your first cup of it at night. It won't keep you awake. Next morning, you'll know from actual experience that you discovered a delicious coffee you can enjoy morning, noon, and night without regret. And Sanka coffee is delicious. It's a blend of choice Central and South American coffees. You make it as you've always made coffee, and you'll find it is delicious, as full of coffee's old-time goodness as any blend you've ever tasted. Absolute satisfaction for your money back. So instead of saying, no more coffee at night, make this one easy resolution. From now on, I'm going to drink Sanka coffee and sleep, sleep, sleep. And now, Act 2 of tonight's Thin Man adventure. Nick and Nora, posing as newlyweds, have just captured Bingo, a cute little number who tried to shoot them full of holes. Nora examines her as she comes out of her daze and tells Nick,
She looks good on the floor. Come on, Bingo. Get up and don't try to get away again.
All right. Listen, are you Nick the Dick?
Yes.
I heard you're a right guy. Well, I didn't mean to kill you, honest. I didn't.
Did you mean to kill Jane Hornsby?
I knew a woman would understand. Yeah. See, I'm honest. I confess.
Well, why did you want to murder her?
I got a very good reason. I don't like her. She stole my Arthur, the little crook.
Was Arthur engaged to you?
Well, I didn't get around to proposing to him, but we were crazy about each other till she came along. I guess I must be nuts about him. All I want to do is kill her. I love him so.
Were you at the wedding today?
Yeah, I came disguised as a debutante.
Did you try to murder her there too?
Murder a girl at a wedding? What kind of character do you think I am? Did someone try to kill her?
Yes.
Well, I bet I know who it is. Snakey Simon Stacy.
Who is Snakey Simon?
A snake with pants on. I met him when I used to do my specialty in the cabaret. He's a gambler who hisses like a snake when he talks. And he's a friend of that Jane. She's no lily, she ain't.
What are you talking about?
Snakey Simon. Oh, I saw him at the wedding. And I saw him talking to Jane in that hotel in Jersey where they stayed when they got secretly married.
Oh, then you've been following Arthur around.
Like a dog. I love him. Like a dog.
Why should Jane be talking to Snakey Simon?
For some sinister reason, I bet.
I'd like to get a hold of this Snakey Simon.
Well, I'll show you where he lives.
Not yet. First, we're going to check with Arthur on his story you've given us. Nora, phone our apartment.
All right, dear.
Okay, Bingo. Who are you working with?
What are you talking about?
What's your racket? Who's in it? Come on, spill.
Well, I got nothing to spill but tears. You got a deep misunderstanding of me. I'm just a poor, hard-working chorus girl who wants a millionaire. But not for money, mind you. for love.
Hello?
Hello?
Nora?
Yes, Arthur.
Nora, I was just going to phone you. Something awful has happened.
What?
Jane's disappeared.
Are you sure?
Well, I went downstairs for a moment, and she was gone when I got back. I know what the racket is now. I know why they terrorized me. They kidnapped Jane.
You stay right there, Arthur. We'll be right over.
All right, Nora. Oh, gosh, I feel terrible. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Nick, Jane's gone. Arthur says she's been kidnapped.
Okay, baby, you go over there and tell him about Bingo.
Where are you going?
To find Snakey Simon. I got a good idea. He'll know where Jane is. Come on, Bingo. But Jane's kidnapped. They might even kill her.
Do you think Arthur's going to like it if you behave like this?
All right. For the sake of the man I love, I will rescue the tomato I hate. Leave us depart. I guess Snakey Simon ain't at home.
Wait a second, Bingo. I hear someone coming.
Yes.
Hey, you Snakey Simon.
Hello, Bingo. Who's the friend?
The name's Nick Charles. Can I come in?
You can, but you can't.
And why not?
Because you're not welcome. That's why.
You see the low kind of Snakey is?
I know who you are, Charles. What do you want with me?
I want Jane Hornsby.
I never heard of her. Now scram!
Oh! Nick, his short's bleeding blood.
Yes, he was shot from the back.
Grab him. He's toppling forward.
I've got him, but I can't hold him. Oh! Bingo! Pull him off of me!
Oh no. Well, I won't touch him. He's all full of blood.
Yeah, and so am I. This guy weighs 200 pounds. Pull him off!
Is he dead?
Yes.
No, I won't touch him. It's bad luck.
There, maybe I can squeeze out.
You're doing all right.
Yeah, you've been a big help.
Don't mention it.
The killer may still be inside. Come on.
If the killer's still in there, I'm staying right here, in the doorway.
It's all right, Bingo. Whoever shot him in the back escaped through the servants' entrance.
Oh, well, you better drag him in.
Okay, there. Well, I didn't expect this.
Well, I didn't do it. I was with you every minute. I'm innocent. Absolutely, positively as innocent as a baby. Innocent, innocent, innocent.
Who said you weren't?
Do you think he kidnapped Jane?
You must have been working with someone.
Don't disturb yourself. I'll answer. Hello?
Hello, Chicklet. How's our little investment?
Oh, I'm fine.
Give me that phone, Bingo.
Here.
Hello?
Hello? Is that you, Snakey?
Yes. It's me. Who's this?
Georgie. Georgie the Germ. I hear you got the investment there.
Yeah.
Ask her when we're gonna get the dividends.
Dividends?
You know what I'm talking about. What's the matter with you, Snakey? You sound kinda queer.
I got some people here. Where can I see ya?
My hotel.
Wait for me. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Hey, what are you doing with
Go.
the pups, Nick?
Going through his pockets.
Huh? So, there are money-making angles to this detective record I never thought of. Hey, do I get a cut?
Here's his address book. I'm just looking up the address of a character named George the Germ. This must be it. Hotel Chandelier.
Oh, that place. You have to have a police record before they'll even let you register.
Come on, Bingo. We're going to see him.
What for?
We might find Jane there.
Well, I hope she ain't dead. Nick, That man called me an investment. Is that an insult?
No, Bingo. I think that's the key to this whole mess. Remind me to call Nora from the lobby of the Chandelier.
You know, Nora, we should have heard from Jane by this time. Or we should have heard from the kidnappers.
I'm sure Nick will find her, Arthur.
I just can't believe that Bingo was mixed up in all this. You know, she's a good kid at heart. What a thing to happen on a guy's second wedding night.
I'll take that, Arthur. Hello?
Nora, baby. Is Arthur okay?
Yes.
Snakey's been murdered. Listen, meet us in room 788 of the Hotel Chandelier. Get there as fast as you can.
All right, dear. Shall I bring Arthur?
Yes. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Come on, Arthur. We're going out.
Oh, no, I can't leave here. Your kidnappers may contact me. I bet that's the intermediary.
Arthur!
Oh, Jane, darling, my little fruit fly.
They were horrible, but they got scared and let me go. Oh, Arthur!
Arthur? Jane! We've got to meet Nick. Stop kissing and start breathing or you'll both suffocate. Arthur!
Oh, we don't need Nick now. Whew. Just close the door when you go out, Nora. Oh, my little gumdrop.
My tutti frutti.
My neck. Goodbye.
I don't know who killed Snakey. And what's more, I don't like you here bringing all kinds of high-class germs into my hotel suite.
Listen, George. I want to know who's the investment.
I'm the strong, silent type. Especially silent. Don't touch that glass.
Oh, I was just looking at it.
You'll get it full of germs.
So that's why they call you George the Germ.
I only let my friends call me that.
What kind of deal were you in with Snakey?
Stop asking so many questions. I ain't telling you nothing. And you can't prove nothing on me. I not only have kept my nose clean, I'm antiseptic.
Nicky, I rushed over here.
Hello, darling.
Don't kiss her, you dope. You never can tell what you'll catch.
Nora, this character is Georgie the Germ.
Little crazy.
I am not. And what's more, you don't understand about James.
Don't you ever kiss girls?
Of course not. Do you think I want to die?
Okay, Georgie. I think I've got a way to make you tell us what we want to know.
Hey, let go of me.
Bingo. If you want to get your man back, kiss George.
No, not that, not that.
Shut up.
Who's the investment? Who?
I ain't saying.
Nick, let me kiss him.
Go on, darling. Hold his arms. Steady there, Georgie.
Another one. What's going on? What's going to happen to me?
Something dire, I'm sure.
I can't bear it. I can't stand it.
Then talk.
No.
Let's kiss him together, Nora. That'll crack him.
Together. This is the end. You win, Nicky. You win.
Is Jane the investment?
Yes. Snakey and I put up the money for her to buy clothes and such when she met Arthur Hornsby. We financed her whole romance.
No wonder I didn't win. Nobody financed me.
What was the payoff? Were you planning to kill Arthur?
That's right. Yeah. Then Jane would get his dough. We'd all split it.
Where's Jane now?
She's at our place, dear, with Arthur.
What?
She came in the moment after you phoned, and I left them in each other's arms.
That's as good a way to die as any. Come on, we better get back there. I just hope we're not too late.
Why not start drinking Sanka coffee tomorrow? You can drink all you want. 1 cup or 6, morning, noon, or midnight. Enjoy it to the fullest and never give a thought to possible caffeine effects. You have nothing to lose and possibly a great deal to gain. Thank a coffee, real coffee, with the worry taken out. Drink it and sleep. And now for the solution of tonight's Thin Man adventure.
Were you terribly worried about me, Sugar Plum?
Oh, I most certainly was, Jane darling. What are you doing with that gun, Dewdrop?
Just seeing how it works. I'm never going to be without one again.
Where did you get it?
I packed it in my luggage. It works beautifully, dear. Just like this.
Nick, what are you doing here?
I live here. Or have you forgotten? Arthur, Nora's downstairs. She's got a surprise wedding gift for you. Will you go down and help her up with it?
Oh, sure. I wonder what it could be.
Jane, did you ever have your wrist slapped?
Not since I was a naughty little girl. Oh, what's the idea?
That's because you were a naughty big girl. Get the gun out of your hand.
Just what are you after?
Split on the take.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Arthur's money. I know who killed Snakey.
Do you?
Yeah. And this gun I've got in my hand can send you to the electric chair. You better be real nice to me, Jane.
That isn't so hard, Nick.
Do we do business?
Anything you say. You're cute.
Well, isn't that funny? I think so, too. Look, I've got a patsy for Snakey's murder. I can use him for Arthur's, too.
Who?
Georgie the Germ. I can frame him with this gun. Why'd you kill Snakey? Because you didn't want to split the take?
Yeah, and because he was so impatient and tried to scare me, like when he started shooting after the wedding today.
Well, you better not try to double-cross me. Will you get rid of Arthur when I send him back?
Okay. How much do you want?
50% of what you get.
It's a deal. Now give me back the gun.
Oh, don't be silly, Jane. Arthur, Nora, bingo! You can come out of the kitchen now.
Dewdrop, how you deceived me.
What is this?
A trap, Janie. We heard your confession. We heard everything you said. We sneaked in through the servants' entrance.
You see, Arthur? She's a jerk with a heart full of dirt, like I told you. I love you. If you marry me, I wouldn't try to bump you off. I love you, Artie.
All right, Nora, call the police and tell them to get to the bridal suite ready at headquarters.
Poor Arthur. I bet he'll never want to marry again.
Don't worry. Bingo will console him and change his mind.
She is a cute trick.
Yeah, and wrestles well. It's amazing that a boy like Arthur can be such a darn fool about women.
Is it now, dear?
Sure. Now take me, for instance.
The only reason you didn't make a fool of yourself about women is that you did take me.
Why, no. I was always very sensible.
Really? What about the fortune teller you were going to marry because she told you it was in the cards? Or the trapeze artist you liked because she raised herself to the greatest heights? Or that college cheerleader who was always rooting for you?
Oh, well, I was just young.
Yes, and I had to get you when you were old.
Well, darling, I was old enough to know what a wonderful girl I was getting.
Oh, hi, Nicky. That's really sweet.
I think so, too. Let me say it tonight.
What?
Good night, Nora, darling.
Good night.
Ladies and James, we'd like to thank you for listening to KCAL's The Thin Man, The Adventures of the Goofy Groom. And now I got an offer for you you can't refuse. No, really, you can't refuse it. Now, if you know what's good for you, for your listening pleasure, I would like to introduce to you Mr. Roger Garrison, the KCAL Crooner. Take it away, Raj.
We were wed, we vowed our true love, but a word wasn't said. The world was in blue, there were stars in the stars, except for the dew that were there in your eyes. Dear eyes, I held you close in my arms. Angels were singing a hymn to your charms, to hearts gently beating, murmuring low, darling, I love you so. The night seemed to fade to blossoming dawn. The sun shone anew, but the dance lingered on. Could we but recall that sweet moments of life, we'd find that our love is unaltered by time. Darling, I love you so.
Roger Garrison singing for KCAL. Well, we hope you've enjoyed tonight's broadcast of The Thin Man, the case of the Goofy Groom. We'd like to introduce to you our cast this evening. Acting as Nick, the detective that we all love and adore, there's David Damron. Nora, his wife, Denise Cline. Jane, who was Arthur's breathtakingly lovely bride, that's Susan Clements. Bingo, the little cute number, there's Larette Blackford. Also acting as Georgie the Germ and Snakey Simon, Norman Cline. And our commercials and announcer tonight, Connie McDonald. I'm Doug Fain. We appreciate you joining us. We'll do it again another time. Everybody wave and say good night.
Good night.